Good morning. Well, here we are again, visiting over the interwebs. Today is day 7 of our Wisconsin school closures. Okay, I can talk. We did not have school on Monday, so here are some of the updates and plans for today. Update, Safer at Home is obviously probably not new news to some of the families, but second and third graders, what the Safer at Home language means is we should be staying put. Let's stay home until April 24th. So that means while we were hoping previously to get a chance to see you all on April 6th, face-to-face, in person at school, it looks like that's probably not going to happen until after April 24th. Now we could remember everything's kind of been indefinite, so we could get together sooner, it could be much later, but for now, I'm sorry, I don't get to see your faces. Unless you want to send me a picture or something like that on email. That would be awesome. Feel free to do that. Today we have some grade level team meetings in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. So families, if you have students in those grade levels, those will be starting today. I believe at Bluffview, the middle school, we'll also be having content level meetings. So hopefully we can talk a little bit more in those team meetings about our next plan to push new material out to you for distance learning. A lot of the materials that you've received, families and boys and girls, are review. So now our teams are going to talk about what are we going to do to keep you moving forward in your education until April 24th. That's quite a ways away. Cool. Lessons for today, writing students. This year we've talked a little bit about informational writing. In 2nd grade, you are my primary writing centers, kids, but 3rd graders, if you want to participate in any of this writing, please do. 2nd grade writing center students, we did informational reports about animals this year. So you were quite the expert on your animal. Was it cats that you wrote about? Did you write about Spanish fighting bulls? Were you writing about cheetahs? Think back. Oh, what was my animal report? Oh, what was it? What am I the expert in? You got it in your noodle? All right. Now, if you have remembered your previous informational writing, theme, I want you to think of something new. What is something that you are the expert about that you could teach me? That would be a great writing for today. You can keep it in a journal. You can write it on a piece of paper, take a snapshot and email that to me. You could just, with parent permission, pop open something and type that to me, or you could hang on to it, drop it off whenever we get back around April 24th. But I look forward to learning from you because you're the expert in something. I just know it for a fact. So informational writing for today. And we might take another look at that tomorrow because good writers look back at their work and they kind of review their writing and see what juicy words they can add to make it more interesting and things like that. So that's my challenge to you for writing. Reading, if you are in either of my reading centers groups and you have online access, you can take a look at MobyMax or your grade level packets for language arts type projects. So where MobyMax says language, it will break down some of those language arts things. Okay, and grade level packets, if you were in my reading centers groups, you also have materials from your grade level teachers. Feel free to focus your 10 or 20 minutes of reading on those materials. I don't want you to feel like you have to do both. So families, the things I'm giving you are tools for your toolbox. Use them as you see fit to fill that minutes per day that you expect your child to be on task for reading. If you do not have internet access outside of being able to see my videos or get my emails, I want you to reread something today that you've already read for fluency. So remember, reading fluency is reading something smoothly and clearly without a lot of starts and stops and things like that. So pick something that is at your independent reading level, something that you can read pretty much by yourself because you've gotten really good at it. So that's my reading challenge for you today. If you're a Math Center student, again, you have MobyMax available. We're going to talk about that pretty soon. That's been interesting. I'm so excited to talk more about that. Grade level packets. Do not feel like you have to do everything that your grade level teacher said plus add on to what I'm sending you. Put my work in your toolbox, things that you can do, maybe to take a break from the writing pack or the hard copy packets, things like that. And I'm going to be sending our extra math logins. Now, this, families, is something that your students are used to doing every other day with me. However, it's more of I'm going to send each and every one of you an individual email. Most of the communication that I've been doing with you, I've been doing in mass, and just making sure that you're all a blind carbon copy so that your email information stays private. But I will be emailing out the extra math login information to add to your toolbox as well. Your students have already been working on that. And since today's topic or theme or connecting idea is fluency, we also practice math fluency. In math, fluency is fact fluency. How fast are you able to crank out your facts? So Extra Math is the name of the program that the students practice during Reading Center's time when they have computers work every other day. So one day they started doing MobyMax, and they've been doing Extra Math pretty consistently throughout the year. So this is something they should already know how to do. However, the login process for that is a little tricky, and each of their Chromebooks at school are set to remember them, so it just puts them right in. So that's going to be an email coming out. Okay, so I'm going to issue some challenge questions today as well, just like yesterday. If you watched yesterday, we featured Aaliyah and Brody's seconds on MobyMax, and I'm hoping that with the help of your families, you figured out how many minutes those seconds equaled that they were working on MobyMax. So if not, I don't want to give a spoiler, because maybe you are watching a day behind schedule, or maybe you're seeing me next week and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to go back and look at the challenge from day 6 of school closures and see what that was. So I'm not going to issue answers for those challenge questions, just so that I don't spoil it for people. Recognition today for MobyMax. I took a peek at active seconds. I keep accidentally wanting to say minutes. In fact, I did that in my last video. I said thousands of minutes. That would have been super amazing. But seconds. Kenneth did 2,119 seconds so far on MobyMax. Good job. That's amazing. And Jackson has done 2,850 seconds on MobyMax as of this morning. Whoa. Now, many of you logged on yesterday, and I gave you credit for that in my documents. Oh, Willie wants in. So I gave you credit for that already. So my challenge to you, now that we've given some recognition, is if Kenneth was on MobyMax so far for 2,119 seconds, and there are 60 seconds in a minute, with help from your families, 3rd graders, I want you to figure out how many minutes Kenneth was on MobyMax so far. Okay? 2nd graders, you have a harder question because Jackson's been really busy. 2nd graders and 2nd grade families, if Jackson has been on MobyMax for 2,850 seconds, and there are 60 seconds in a minute, how many minutes has Jackson been on MobyMax? Okay, so those are some challenge questions for you. I will touch base with you all tomorrow. I will be sending emails with extra math fact practice. Enjoy your day, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.